another episode of Law Cult. I'm Sanya, and today we are going to discuss a recent landmark judgment by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the sphere of property inheritance. कुछ साल पहले जब चक दे इंडिया रिलीज हुई थी तब हमें काफी फील गुड हुआ था, और फिर दंगल में जब आमिर खान ने बोला था मारी छोरियां छोरों से कम है के, तब हमें लगा था कि हम सही डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं। लेकिन हमारे अराउंड जो चीजें हो रही हैं उसे देख के हमें लगता है कि हमारा देश और पिछड़ता जा रहा है। Be it our laws, our society, our government and its attitudes towards the citizens, our households, हमें हर स्पीयर में चेंज की ज़रूरत है। अभी रिसेंटली ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने अकॉर्डिंग टू हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट 1956 के तहत एक लैंडमार्क जजमेंट दिया है। इस जजमेंट को डिस्कस करने से पहले आइए हम शुरू से समझते हैं। इंडिया में जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली का कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत पहले से है। अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ट्रेडिशन, the eldest male member of the family would take all the important decisions related to the inheritance of the property. But since there was no formalized law around it, the families faced a lot of disputes. To solve this problem, the Supreme Court of India passed the landmark Hindu Succession Act judgment of 1956. Within this law, there are two schools of thought, Mitakshara and Dayabhaga. The first one, Mitakshara, which is prevalent in most parts of the country, allows only male members to be the co-parceners to the property. इसका ये मतलब है कि only male members को property में हिस्सेदारी मिलेगी. The second one, Dayabhaga, which is prevalent mostly in Bengal and Assam states of the country, both male and females को दो हिस्सेदारी मिलेगी property में. The first one, Mitakshara, being the regressive one, government ने decide किया इसमें amendment लाने का. So in 2005, it allowed both males and females to become the co-parceners within the Mitakshara school of thought. इसका ये मतलब है कि दोनों लड़के और लड़कियों को प्रॉपर्टी में हिस्सेदारी मिलेगी। अब आप सबको लग रहा होगा एवरीथिंग इज वेल, मगर इस राह में अभी और भी कठिनाइयाँ थी। A daughter named Vinita Sharma approached the court believing that she will also inherit the right to property. But the larger question was, since ये amendment 2005 में पास हुआ था, does this also apply to daughters who are born before 2005? To get her answers, Vinita approached the Supreme Court of India. But for the Court of India, this was not a new issue. In earlier cases, हमारे divisional benches ने ऐसे बहुत से cases में judgment दिया था, which were either in the favor of sons or daughters. But the main bench decided to settle this once and for all. The Supreme Court gave its judgment in the favor of the daughter and clearly stated that the amendment made in the year 2005 is retrospective in nature, meaning irrespective of the fact that the daughter is born in the year 2005, before or after the year 2005, she will still inherit the property and will have the right to property, meaning उसे property में हिस्सेदारी मिलेगी. This has been a landmark judgment and we cannot be more thankful to the Supreme Court of India. What the Supreme Court pronounced was not a wow moment. Even though the amendment was made in the year 2005, इसका बहुत misutilization हुआ based on the technicality. But उन लोगों को अपनी जगह दिखाने के लिए Supreme Court clarified it in time and again, according to which every Hindu woman has the right to property, irrespective of the year she is born. हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने वुमेन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत कुछ किया है, लेकिन हमें अभी और भी चीज़ें करने की ज़रूरत है। Even though we have the maximum number of member of parliaments in our country, the male to female ratio is still distorted. Let us all come together and start treating women equally. हमें इससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि लॉ क्या कहता है, but the basic fact that every individual should be treated equally still stands. We hope कि आपको ये सब जान के अच्छा लगा. To get more such content, please like, share and subscribe. Law Cult.